know. I don't know. It has been a wild day. A wild, wild, wild Wednesday. Yesterday, I did get some stuff done. Like always, let me turn this on because we know for some reason on a cell phone, I cannot see my comments. So, or they hit so fast, or if I don't see them, I don't know. So I'm just gonna turn it on over here and get that going. We're gonna start with our projects. Yes, we are. And as I do them, I'm also going to make some videos for my other channel because there'll definitely be some ASMR sounds coming in. But I hope everybody is having a great week. We are here. We are doing our thing. I always forget to give myself a thumbs up when I come in, but what can you do? I'll thumbs up myself later. Because hey, right? Alright, I'm going to turn this on right here. Be sure I don't lose my charge. I got my party shirt on with, look at my party earrings. I like those. Hobby Lobby end of season sale. Right now, their summer stuff is 75% off. So, if you're looking for something cute, sometimes they have something cute over there. Right? Alright, I got everything set up. Now, here we are. We are not remodeling. We are doing a little fast makeover in the kitchen. So before we start, I want to direct your attention over here. I have my piles that I acquired. I got everything out. And then also I'm gonna make, as we go through these, a little starter video for my other channel as well. So let me get that set up. Yeah, if we're gonna do one, we might as well do both, correct? That's what I feel. Alrighty, I have it going. I wanna see what it's gonna look like. It always says my camera's lopsided, but it's not. Oh, I have the tag thing on it. I think I'm gonna lower a little bit. I'll lower a little bit more. I'm gonna flip it this way so I can see what I'm doing. Possibly point it up just a tad. There we go. All right, guys, let me show you what I got. So I definitely went through, oh, the lighting is gonna bother us at night. And let me turn this just a tad. Ooh, sorry, didn't mean to give you a rear end shot of everything. So, yeah, here we are. Let me see. Let me back you up just a tad. Whoa, get back. There you go. Okay, well, you can't see any better, but you can see down here what we're doing, right? Okay. Now I'm in that shot. Remember, like my nephew says, be sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I am gonna turn one more light on so we kind of get a little bit better coverage. Since there's nobody visiting yet, let's get everything set up beautifully so we can get our stuff filmed. Yes, yes, yes. My son's papers away. Okay. Back here. All right, let's see if we have a better angle now. Is it looking any better? I don't know. The lighting is a little wonky, but we'll survive it, right? We shall survive it all. So here we are. Welcome. Let's look at more than just that. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. There we go. Hey, let's bring it up just a tad more. There we are. We'll drop this down. One day I'll get it all figured out, and then you won't even know who is recording what. On my camcorder, it is so much darker. I don't know why. Let me see if it likes this direction better. Oh, there I am. So my dog just came to look. Like, what is going on? All right, and let me just raise that. There we go. Woo! That was a lot of work to get everybody in the frame. I don't want to move. I'm set here. So, like my little nephew always says, welcome to Just Fabulous. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Fabulous Nuts ASMR. Thank you for being here. Like, comment, and subscribe. One more time so I don't have to keep looking back and forth between you and I have us both together. There it is. So, with that being said, let's talk about what did I get. I haven't been able to paint anything or do any decorating in 2 years due to injuries, we all know. So I was very excited to get my project started. First thing I did was I hit Walmart. I shop at Walmart because we have a Walmart in my small town. That's it. Well, we have some other box stores, but this stuff is specifically from Walmart. Right now they have all of their summer clothes on sale. So I was able to get some extra large $3 t-shirts to paint in, to get grubby. It's been so long since I've painted. I have one painting shirt left and that's not gonna work. So I was able to pick up a whole bunch of shirts for $5 or less at Walmart. And I did get, we're going to use our DAP. I'm gonna have to turn this around, everything will be backwards, but you don't need to read too much. So we're gonna have, first step is our wall repair. I have already gone ahead and washed the walls with my Dawn dish detergent. Let me get that and show you guys. Lord, I should probably flip us around, but I really don't want to flip us around. I just am afraid of what that will do. I'm looking for speed. Yeah, I'm just totally afraid of what that will do. So, I love for cutting grease. So again, this was kitchen walls. This Dawn, this Super 5x Platinum Power. You can find it on sale all over the place. It is amazing. It made degreasing my walls so much faster than actually having to use a degreaser. I had always used like ammonia, an ammonia mix, and this cuts the chemicals down and boom, all around my stove is degreased and ready to roll. So that was the first start. I did do that yesterday. Today we will go in. I'm doing this much slower. We're not going to do a 24-hour paint. Well, we might. We'll go ahead and fill our holes up. So I got my wall repair patch. It's very simple and it's a 30-minute dry. I love nowadays, everything has a color. So this is pink. It's a beautiful pink and it will dry white. So when it is, oh, that was never closed tight enough. When it dries, here's some white, we know it's ready to use. How beautiful is that? Also, if you use a ceiling paint, they now have a ceiling paint that has purple in it. It's made by Olympia. I don't have to do my ceilings, but once it dries, it turns the color the white. And it makes painting your ceiling so much easier. I went ahead and picked up extra rollers, but I did have some in my kit, so I will use those probably first. Now, I picked up the Hex paint mixer. I can put this right in my drill and turn it on. I've never used one, however, I bought this paint 2 years ago and it really needs that deep, heavy stir again. So I had to get the mixer to really get it agitated. That was nice. I adore, love, and don't do anything without these paint guard tops. They are amazing. They've changed a little bit. Oh, it used to have an extra hole in it, but It is great for pouring. All of my cans, I have like tons of these. They're not expensive, $5, but it just makes transferring that paint tear-free. Then I also got just a pack of sticks, because, yeah, something new. I've always wrapped my wet rollers in plastic wrap and thrown out. Plastic wrap and thrown it out. But now they have wet roller protectors, and they're washable. You can wash and use them again. So I figured I will try them. They have a string on them. So when I'm going, and I also, same thing, would wrap in plastic bags my wet paintbrushes. I don't wash them all the time. I just put them here and go ahead and reuse them. So the paint ponchos for rollers is called a paint. This one's called a paint poncho. Oh yeah, they're called paint protectors. But I got them. It comes 5 to a pack. They weren't that expensive, so it's worth a try. That's that. And of course, I cannot live without disposable paint trays. Yeah, I know the metal trays, and I have my metal tray right here to hold it, but I hate cleaning my metal trays, and I just find putting a new tray in. They come, how many was in this pack? 2 or 3 to a pack. It's worth the $2, $3 to sit. I think this was a 3-pack, and not have to redo every single to rewash my paint trays. I can't stand that. I think it's a waste of time, waste of money. Yeah, this was 1, 2, it's a 3-pack. So there you go. I've been using those for years. That's what I went ahead and got. So let's get started filling these holes. To use the spackle, simplest, so simple. So simple. Let me look in my bag of shrinks, my paintbrushes. I have I have an edger. I have everything, like I said, I haven't used it in so long. I don't even know what I have in here. Oh, liquid nail. That's dry acrylic latex. Okay, I don't need those. I have rollers. Ooh, it's got some dirt. These rollers in the when you see the line, it's for a more rough surface. It's a bigger pile. But I am just using the 3/8 snap. Yeah. All my rollers. I have my key, my paint key. I am looking for I knew I had a putty knife. There you go. So we will get puttying away. Not much sound with that. And then we will get to painting as soon as it dries. So I'm going to stand up and move from our party. All right. I'm going to pause that one. Let me adjust you guys up this direction. Here you go. I'm going to start right over here. And as you can see, I'm just coming around and filling in the holes. I am not going to rehang what was there. So it makes no sense to keep that stuff there. This putty is so simple to use. And like I said, it's great that there you go. It's great that it has a thing. So let's try it. I'm going to power that down for a minute. There we go. I can't power it down. All right, here, let's start. All right. And after we get going, after this, we will get working. I am 1,000,000,000% gonna have to move my table. So, all right, we're gonna move the table back and down. Get ready, when I move the table, there's a leg underneath of the table that's gonna slip out and make a large crash because it's not attached. Ready? Here it is. There you go. And let me pick, oh, it's hitting, get under there. There we go. And I'll pick this up and move it out of the way. There we are. Go ahead and put that chair right up on the table so we can get around it. Another thing I'm going to do after the painting part, when I get to the decorating part, there's a lamp fixture. I'm going to move my lamp fixture over a little bit, which is good because it's a very short, let me show you this lamp fixture. Here I am, up close and personal. See how low it is? So I'm only 5 feet tall and I can reach it. My daughter dates a boy that's over 6 feet tall, and because of how this space is set up, I should have, instead of hanging the fixture in line, and it's not even in line with the center of the door, it's in line with the center, that being right there. Whenever he comes over, he nearly knocks himself out. So, all right, like I said, the DAP is very easy to use. I am just gonna use a wet rag to, I'm just gonna have a wet rag near me while I do it. Oh. All right, let's see. Yeah, I just need. So all of this stuff is waterproof, you know, water, you can clean it with water, so that's what we should do. Sadly, I did so many. What? Marley's saying he wants to know what fell in this room. All right, so I have my wet sock, just a little rag, and it just have to be a sock. Oh, it's dirt down here. This is very simple. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it this way, so I will work this direction to you guys. How about that? All we have to do is, come on up. Wax on my floor. I just like to have a wet rag with me while I go. I just take a little piece. See that? It doesn't take much. But there's a hole right here, and I just smear. And that will be all cleaned up. After it dries, we go back and sand. I still have enough on my thing right here to come back and do right here. This feels like there's a ridge there, so I'm actually going to take a lot and I'm going to come in. It feels like at some point whatever was there ridged, like it's just not smooth. So let's go ahead and correct that while we're here. See that hole? It means there's just not even. A little bit more just for that spot. There it is. Now, truth be told, the smoother you get this, the easier and less sanding you have to do. So it's kind of really worth doing a, you guys can see, doing a good job with it. See, up there? Let me come on, bring you guys with me. You can already see where I put it on the wall here, but it's just about already white. It's just about already finished. So it'll turn pretty fast, It's a fast moving project. So we will just keep going down this direction, okay? I also know that I have a hole in this wood. I'm gonna take a little piece and kind of, it was easier for me to see how I was able to directly push it into the hole and then just kind of clear it off. So sometimes fingers actually work better for me. Not that that's the right way to do it, it just works better. All right, close this side of the curtain. We're going to the center part. I know where the holes are because, yeah, I put them there. So it kind of makes a difference. This spot right here is actually where I couldn't get stuff out of the wall at one point. So I'm gonna go ahead and really kind of even this wall out. Yeah. There's plastic in there where, you know, to set something in these drywalls, if it's heavy, you need to put like a screw, something for the screw to go into, and it is right here. So it's creating a bubble. So I'm gonna really kind of build this up almost as if it's a hole. Okay, and then go over the hole and smooth through the edge. And I'm gonna go over and smooth it down. So you come up on it and it doesn't remove. I'm just smearing it outward. Trying to create a softer finish line here where this big ridge is. Because there is a significant bump. So that is what we're doing. Come on, I'm having trouble. All right. It's such a slight movement. You have to be very. Got it. And I'm just going to take it up. There, I think I got it. Now, the paint will, okay, I'm going to leave some jaggy spots because I'm going to come back and sand into that. But the paint will adhere slightly different in your highlighted spots, that's for sure. So, and I try to get the paint that has the primer. I love the Valspar paint. But this one, hold on, what is this one? Okay, this one I want a little, One Coat Perfection Guaranteed Ultra White. Oh my God, wait a minute. I almost painted everything the wrong color. Oh, no, this should be my cream. Lowe's, yeah, it looks cream. Advanced Women Paint with Primer. Yeah, I went with a different brand, but I got it at Lowe's. I usually use a Valspar. I like how that paint covers. This one is actually a Sherwin-Williams, but I did get it at Lowe's. Okay, I'm gonna move back to this last hole here. So by the time I work around the room, we shall be ready to paint or get the painting ready. But before that, because I'll have people coming in ready to eat, I definitely need to get food ready. So this is my last high spot right here. And this, once again, like the other one, has a bit of a ridge that's popping up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay in some putty. I'm gonna kind of lay it thick to begin with. And slightly apply pressure to smooth it out and down. Professionals are much better at this, but all I want is my wall to look nice. And there's something rigid right there. I don't know if it's on me or on the thing. Oops, I just dropped putty. Right, my finger. All right. Oh, it's in the wall. Okay. Right here is a spot. And there's one more spot. All right. Hit it flat. Oh, I pulled it all up. Daggone it, man. Man, I got sassy. Did you see what I did? Nice thing is it hadn't dried yet. Let's hit it again. Pull it down. And let me go across. Let me take some off. There we go. And the rest will be smoothed out when I come back with sandpaper. There you go. Oh. So there you are. There you are, guys. There you are. Let's come on over here. Yep. Not much happening, huh? Let's check. Come on. Let me turn some more on. We'll just leave it how it is. It's fine. Doing our thing. And if somebody pops in, that is great. If not, we're okay. Oh, hold on. I don't know what's going on over there. I am just... So, the way the house is going to go is I'm going to work on this room. Probably should sand that down a little bit. Then I'm going to work on the, hold on, piece of sandpaper. I'm using the 220. It just needs a little sand. Especially, on these walls. Doesn't take much. Just a little 220 to get into this little raised spot. There you go. Just took a little swipe to make it smooth. Yeah. But doing the pre-steps is really what's going to give you a nice finished wall. Like I said, that up there, that mess that I created was definitely because I had painted over a disaster. At one point we had heavy curtains and all, I mean, that was just a disaster up there. And I think I just wanted to get it done. Let's hit it with the... When you drill or hit the nail in, it makes a, just a little nick that pops out. So, and we're just trying to get the putty into the hole so it'll all be smooth. That's all the holes for that section. Come on down. We have just some down our hallway here. All right. And it's been a good while since anything's been painted in the house. So it was, oh no, my light's dead. That's okay, I have the ladder right with me. Have to change a light bulb too. Oh. Well, how convenient to have the light bulb. I'll show you guys one thing I painted because I'm tacky and I think things are funny. See, boom, it's done, it's covered. But can I show you something? Hold on, let me put this down. I'm gonna point you to the ceiling because we're gonna go into the ceiling of a bathroom that I glittered. I don't know if you can see it. So I put glitter. How's my fancy glitter bathroom? I don't know. I just wanted some sparkle in my life. What can you do, you know? You just have to glitter stuff up. And that was so this is kind of an interesting story. This is going upstairs in my bedroom. My sister gave it to me for my birthday and I just have it. But this little window cover, it gives just enough light. It's in a bathroom. We're not opening and closing it. This was a plastic piece I actually had found at Hobby Lobby at the end of the season. So I just painted it white. See, I just kind of, and then I had this board, and I just painted the board white, and then it had been a blue color from Hobby Lobby. The glue over the years has come off. And then I just put it right there and have it sitting on 2 nails. Let's see if I can get it back on the nails. There you go. And I think that's it was a fun and expensive. Guarantee you that was 75% off when I bought it. Some white paint when I was doing trim, threw some glitter on it, and there it is. The bottom of the board here, this was actually to a nightstand, and that piece of board had broken in a move when we moved our furniture. So I kept it, and that's how it's so nice and beveled, and it kind of fits because it's split right down a seam line. So I lucked out, and there it is. Like I said, usually we just have the crystals in here without the others. That's going to go upstairs. But for now, so that was my beloved fast fix for a bathroom privacy screen. I think it just is great. It's a great way to do it. All right, back to our holes in our walls. Okay, we got that one done. We will have to come right here. This was the wall that I had all of the kids' school pictures on. So there are a lot of holes here. And my utility room is trashed, so I don't want to, but I want to try to give some light. There you go. So let me get my ladder again. I will take that down as well. Almost done with the putty. First thing, we just need our sandpaper to hit it. I have a huge pile on my floor of mess. Yeah, just a messy person. No, not really. All right, so here I come. We will start up top. And like I said, we would definitely have to hit some of these spots with the sandpaper just to make them smooth. All right. And then feel along here. Yep, I think that's it. This one just looks, it must have fallen out of something. I don't know. Okay, that's done. Now let's try to hit all of our spots with just a dab. Honestly, I'm just dabbing. I would rather just use my finger because I can ensure it goes right in the hole. But you can use the putty knife if you so choose. There's no right or wrong way, and truthfully, nobody will know. Ultimately, when the house is sold, I don't believe one of the questions will be, did you use your finger to cover holes in the wall? Like I said yesterday, it has been a long time since I have dusted the walls. So I went ahead and washed all of the walls. I just used a mild soap And then I came back over it with, ooh, there's a big dab on that one, but I was looking over on this door frame because there's a huge nail hole. With a mild water after that, just to be sure to get the dust. If you don't get the dust off, one, it'll leave blops, like it'll make your paint finish look bloppy. And that's the best way I can explain it. It leaves like blop, 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 blop. It leaves marks. So it's just easier just to take the time to go on and wash it, make it a nice smooth roll. And then you're not all of a sudden trying to figure out, there you go, it's all covered, all of that. Now we shall move to the kitchen section, which will just take a minute. There's just a few more holes there. I'm not gonna move my ladder because we're gonna come back and change that light fixture. Needs new light. So here, we'll come in here. This disaster, okay, so let me explain this to you guys. It's not me, which is famous last words. This was not me. Well, it was me, but not all of it. So, what we have here is a real mess. Let me move my dinner back. So, I had all these small plates sitting up there. That was part one. Part two was, all of this disaster was, when we had to get a new microwave, we could not find anybody to come put the microwave in for us. So my blessing boys did it, bless their heart. It was right at the holidays. I don't know. Anyway, instead of getting rid of the microwave, we wanted to have it. Problem is, I want to find the top because I got to do a lot of sanding. As they tried to remove one microwave and set up a new one, there were definitely some places that got abused. So all of this, I want to go ahead and sand real fast before I get into. Actually, let me go ahead and fill that one hole that I see. Let me fill that. All right, that one's filled. Yeah, you can see. And then I also have some big spaces. I'm trying to get it sealed real tight so I can get to this work. There are also some spots. I'm the queen of containers. I step on them to be sure I hear it pop. I don't know. Also right here, if we move a little bit, you can see where I was using those E6, the Velcro that you can pull off the wall, and it's supposed to leave your walls undamaged. Inevitably, it will pull paint off, especially this has been here. It's gotten hot, it's gotten cold, it's gotten hot, it's gotten cold. So what are they? I don't know what the brand is, but you know what I'm talking about. It's the little tabs, and then you're supposed to hold it and pull the tab down, but ultimately sometimes it does pull your paint off. Now, the trick to having that not do that is if you get a hairdryer and heat the glue up on the back, then it will pull right off and not damage your wall. However, I did this long before I learned that trick. I learned that trick when my daughter was a freshman in college, and parents were telling other parents how to get that stuff off the wall so we didn't have to pay dorm fees. So that's the trick. I'll actually do a video about that, because if you heat it up, it makes all the difference. It just gets that glue to release. So let me get up here and sand. Sand away, sand away, sand away. I will sand. I have, yeah. So like I said, I am just going to let it fall down behind the oven. Yeah, I am. I need this smaller. I just need a little itty bit. It's a very awkward position, isn't it? All right, let me try this way. think that's my drywall coming up. I'm not sure what that is. Now I'm gonna cut that. Hold on, let me get scissors. I wasn't here when it was installed, so I'm not sure what we're seeing. Ooh, walking heavy today, walking heavy today. All right, let me come on up and cut that piece, definitely. Must have been where they had like, when you're hanging appliances, they give you a piece of paper, like sticky paper to hang. Hold on. Oh, I just could pull it right off. Yeah, it's going all the way across. Let me get down. So, like I said, the delay in getting all of this redone was I broke my hands. So, broken hands and painting don't really go well. And we're going to have to see how long this takes me because, oh, this is so rough. So once again, the 220 is a great grit sandpaper to get this kind of smoothed down. It doesn't take a lot with the I'm using the DAP Drydex. I'm sure that's probably what was used here. And it doesn't take much pressure. As you can see, I am reaching pretty far. Just a little bit will get the grit. Now, the dust is going down, so before I bring the paint over here, I 100% come back and hit it with a wet cloth. Let it dry. Okay, that's a hole in the wall. Yeah, there you go. That definitely looks a little smoother through that area. Yeah, that's smoother. Here's a ridge. So as long as anybody doesn't get under my oven and look up, we're doing pretty good. So that's good. And like I said, to get the grease, you know, make sure my walls were very, very, very clean before I started. I used the Dawn. It's going to be backwards on the camera because I'm using the other side of the camera, but I used the Dawn Platinum Plus. It will break down grease fast. Much better than having to use rubbing alcohol or ammonia to really get your cooking grease off. That Dawn is it. So we will go on and get this even just because I'm here. And I just wanted to see if there was any other holes that were still there that, oh, that still feels wonky. Okay, this needs more washing. It still feels a little greasy. This is our main burner here, so I'm not surprised that that section still felt a little greasy. Uh-oh. I'm getting some pull up there. Must be a piece of paper again, like the other side had. Yeah, I don't want that in my life. Yeah. Okay. Let me hold that right there. All right. Yeah. There's just one little spot right here that's very thick. All right. Try coming down. All right, so let's get back to patching. I'm going to come back. I need to wash this again. Not actually. Yeah, let's just wash that while we're thinking about it. I got my handy dandy wet sock. I happen to be in the kitchen, so I happen to have a rag right here. Before I go too much farther, I'm just going to spray this right across that section. Spray it down. Yeah, all of this still feels like it has some. This was originally paint-proof, waterproof, so it should do fine. Then I'll come back and work the plaster. I don't want to do anything else on that side until we get that wall so it's not sticky. If you put paint over a wall that is still greasy, it can A, bubble, or B, just peel off. So you really want to be sure. If this does not do the trick, and I don't feel like it gotten rid of most of the grease, I 100% will come back with rubbing alcohol. And if that doesn't work, we'll get out the ammonia. But let's let the Dawn Duck do its thing first and see how we are. Other thing I want to caution people about, if you're doing stuff like me, like without life skills, or this is just going to do it, remember to consider what you're dumping down your drains as you are going. I am definitely using socks or old pieces that I can throw away because I don't want it in my drain where it will clog. All right. Yeah, it's still grease. Tag on it. Keep washing. Wall washing that grease off of there. My big question is whether I am going to need tape or not. Yeah, that is a big consideration. So I will get this wall washed. We have everything ready to start painting, and when I get to that point, I'll probably come back live. It could be tonight, could be tomorrow, probably tomorrow. I am not going to actually try to knock myself out. All right, I am going to come back in with a dry cloth on that. See how it feels. I'm not going to try to knock myself out to zip through this, and yeah, we take it one step at a time. That is the name of my game. One step at a time. And it's kind of, oh yeah, that feels better, but I'm still getting some tack. Yeah, we're gonna have to come back with something else. It's just grease buildup. It's the problem when you don't have a backsplash of tile and you're using plaster, you know, it builds up. What can I say? It just gets grease buildup. All right. I don't want to do any more here because, like I said, I still have stickies. So I'm going to move over and we shall continue the party right here. Yes, we shall. All right. Let me tip it down a little bit more. There's only two little spots. Like I said, this is from pulling the E6000 or the Velcro. Oh, you know, tap and release stuff. Yeah, that's what it does if it is not done right. The nice thing about using, these are all my kids' old socks, is that I can then turn it inside out and now I have a clean. Because I'm not using like tons of it, but I have something clean to help with it. So I'm just going to gather up a little bit. I don't even need that much. Just to smoosh and smoosh over that hole. Oh. I want that ridge out there. There you go. And then I'm going to scoop the rest onto my finger. We shall come this one. Thank you. Okay. I had something hanging here. Oh, that needs to be sanded. Hold on, let me get my sandpaper. I'll go on and do it. No shortcuts. All right. Now, see, to get it in the hole, it just takes a little rink. Then your hole is filled and it is ready. That looks like it might need to be washed again. So yeah, definitely the hardest spot to get prepared is the for me in the kitchen, because we do not have a backsplash, we have the wall, is going to be getting the grease from behind that stove. But if we do not, it just won't ever turn out right. And nobody wants to get to the end of a project and have regrets. So that's what we're doing right now. I do have a spot right here that I can go ahead and fill with what was left of my putty. And right there you go. See, I do so much better with just my fingers. Like I said, with this one, with Dry Decks that's pink, you can definitely tell when it turns white, it'll be dry. And I love that. So that's where we are. We have to let everything dry. It's a very, very humid day. So even though it turns white, I need to give it more time to really set. Or else when I go to sand it, it will all fall off. And we don't want that. So I am going to, right now, clean my knife with my nice sock that I do not have to keep because I have billions of them. And I'm gonna get some rubbing alcohol out and go after this back wall. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the next step because it is not coming free. So here you go, we can come back over. Oh, I gotta change that light bulb too. So you can come back over and see where it's turning a nice white color. And we will just hit that with the sandpaper. Oh my goodness, I have a great big, can you see? Hold on, I don't know if you can see. There's a bug out there on my door. Anyway, but as you see, the house is all ready to go now. It's a mess, but we'll do it, we'll get through it. All right, tomorrow when we start painting, we will paint. We are going to paint and not stop painting. Yes, that's what we're going to do. So, yeah, tune back in. Sorry, it was a wild day. This is, like, you notice I didn't come live yesterday. But I washed the walls, and I think part of being taking care of ourselves and part of being healthy is also realizing I don't have to push myself. And it's very hard. I start a project, I don't want to stop until I finish the project. That's not realistic anymore. We can do this in parts, we can do it in pieces. It's gonna stay messy, it's gonna be torn up for a little while. We're okay. We are okay. So, with that being said, I thank you all for being here, and I will see you again tomorrow, hopefully at the right time. I think so, right? What time is it? Yeah, closer to the time. All right, guys, just stay fabulous. Remember, like my nephews say, like, comment, and subscribe, please. See you later.